You'll be lost if you're over 15. Remember when, written by your IMS teachers in 6th grade. Remember when you learned to play chess. Remember your social studies projects, the Sphinx, the gladiator helmet, pyramids, and the 10 Commandments. Remember that you made hieroglyphic clay tablets, you played with owl pellets. Remember when you first dressed out for PE and you learned about bowling, volleyball, archery, golf, the finer points of mat ball and dodgeball. Remember your first pep rally. 7th grade teachers, remember you as being likable, tolerable, dramatic, sagacious, socially and emotionally challenging, champions of extraordinary mischief. They remember you as being lively, strong-willed, determined, unique, and victorious. 8th grade teachers remember you as, get ready. 8th grade teachers remember you as, Team E said, lovers of hair picks, girl drama, being competitive, gum chewers, and sunflower seed spitters. Team G teachers remember you as dodgeball losers. I like that one. Always hungry, always eating, even with gum in their mouths. Dabbers, singers, fluffers, and scoopers. But Miss Furby summed it up best with this touching observation. She said that they are a loving group, lots of hugs. They want you to like them and they want to be a part of whatever you're doing. They are competitive. In sports and academics, they love to beat each other and to challenge each other. They are compassionate and caring. They are thankful and are willing to help one another. And most importantly and impressively, they will openly pray for one another. And I think that's pretty good.
Oh, wow.
So that's from your teachers. So we're going to really get the stuff that we don't understand now. So what you remember about 6th grade. This is what you all remember about 6th grade. Remember in 6th grade. Remember Miss Porter's Planet Jokes, also known as Uranus Jokes. Remember Miss White's and Miss Wilson's math classes. Remember learning to walk on the right side of the hall. Do you remember the first time you went to PE? Do you remember the cookouts? Do you remember the baked sweet potato fries? Remember listening to music instead of doing IXL math on your computer? Remember Mr. Scarbrough talking to us about not being mean girls? Remember when Cam hid himself in a locker? Remember Jaquez's preaching in math class? But most of all, remember how nice our 6th grade teachers were even when we made bad choices. Okay, 7th grade. This is what you all remember from 7th grade. Remember when Miss Vance first separated the boys from the girls for guidance. And remember what we talked about. Remember Mr. Deasy's landscaping exploratory and dissecting deer hearts. Remember 7th grade homework. Remember snow dances and shooting rockets in STEM. Remember listening to music instead of doing IXL math. Remember the glucose song. Remember sausage and biscuit Thursdays. Remember the photosynthesis rap. Remember Miss Wheat's crazy dance. Remember going to UT Martin. Remember Malachi Russell and the fire alarm on the last day. Remember how we thought our teachers were mean, but then we realized that they only wanted us to do our best, and they gave us so many chances. Okay, now we're at the 8th grade. This one's a little longer, so bear with me. 8th grade. Remember when we made ice cream in science class? Remember what if in Mr. Harris's class and his daily lecture? Remember making slime in science, eating toast, and making putt-putt boats in Miss Goodman's? Remember the density lab? Remember Jacob Pinson, the ladies' man? wish he were here to hear that, don't you? Remember when Mr. Anderson always helped. Remember Mr. Harris's friend, Chris. I don't even know what that means. But it was on it. Remember Hillary showing up all over the school. Remember listening to music on our computer instead of doing ISO. Remember being sent to Mr. Scarbrough's, Coach Markham's, or Mr. Hudgens' office. Remember Mr. Hudgens giving you licks. Remember ISS. Remember getting written up. Remember sitting on ball chairs in Mr. Hendrick's room. Remember winning championships. Remember chewing gum, making beta. Remember Austin Peay State University. Remember band course and string trips, pranking teachers. And remember Craig Anderson and his buddy. Remember lockdown in Harris's room. Remember To Kill a Mockingbird and the Battle of the Alamo. Remember the first day of school when all the teachers actually smiled at you. Remember Mr. Harris running to his car and then somebody saying something about a fire alarm. Remember water displacement in Miss Irby's. Remember Miss Mack dressing people up. Remember Davey Herod forgetting his football pants. Remember visiting the courthouse and the jail. Remember the beta trip. Remember making good grades. Civil War dodgeball. Miss Baker's terrible cough. Remember learning to clap for Mr. Scarbrough. Remember Ben Murphy and Tara Johnson trading shoes for the day. And remember Rashad ripping his pants in half. Remember Miss Savage rushing us to class. Remember begging Officer Vaughn for one more piece of gum. Remember ziplining in Nashville. Remember Mr. Ashlock's stories. Remember writing essays in all your classes. Remember someone falling asleep in class every single day. But most importantly, remember your 8th grade teachers never giving up on you. After tonight, I know that you will have these three. Remember the 8th grade banquet and the dance, and remember Mr. Scarborough's awesome speech.